Now we're going to get started with game 2. We got Slayer Toxic versus the Simpsons.
Oh man, I can't wait for this one because, you know, the Simpsons, they always DM me on Discord for some tips, and I don't know if they're taking those tips into their draft and stuff like that. So we're about to see. So there goes the Paquito ban right there. Do you know if the Simpsons have any like signature heroes or Pika?
I think they play a lot of variety of different heroes. I know Damien likes to play Khalid Tank, and even Chris, who likes to play Ling Hyper, but we haven't seen Ling Hyper much, but hopefully we could see it today. So we could even see a Selena pick, because Cassandra is a really good support, so we might see a Selena pick from their part if they don't ban Selena.
Let me just try to clarify something. Is Cassandra a girl, a female player right there for the Simpsons?
I believe she is, yes.
Oh wow, alright, so we're gonna see a mixed gender team here for the Simpsons, and there is a Selena ban right there, so I'm guessing that's a respect ban for her, and we have a Matilda ban, so pretty common bans right now, nothing surprising so far. And again, another Diggy ban for the Simpsons, so they really don't want any like feeding Diggy strat. Is that a thing here in NA? I'm not
Yes,
really
I
sure.
do see teams do that, but also Diggy could be annoying just because if you do get CC or the Hyper, he could just use his ult and they could just get out of that fight, or even engage as well. So they do see Diggy as an annoying hero in NA.
I see. There goes the Jawhead ban as well. There is still Benedetta open. Gosu Child. I'm not really sure if that's a legit Gosu, but I'm guessing it's not. But but yeah, Benedetta is open. I'm guessing they actually ban Uranus instead. So I guess it is more prioritized than Benedetta. But yeah, let's see what Slayers Toxic will pick here. Again, I'm not very familiar with Slayers Toxic, so I don't know who their players are. I don't know who their picks are gonna be. But what do you expect here, Pika? What do you think the first pick is gonna be?
So the first pick, there's still a lot of good sides up. There's still Lapu, there's still Benedetta. Even though Broly got nerfed, the Broly's still up there. Even Natalia, there's still a lot of good heroes up that they left open. So honestly, they could pick anyone. I'm not too sure about this team. I haven't seen them play. I haven't seen them. I have never heard of them, so I can't really judge them. But I'm expecting them to put up a good fight.
I see. There's also Eve. That's something that, you know, teams. Oh, another Esme first pick for Slayer's Toxic right here. So something to counter Esme would be something like a Claude pick maybe, or well, mainly Claude is gonna be the counter for Esme. Who else? If they want to do like a Claude Chew so that their Claude doesn't get countered to deny pick Slayer's Toxic, that would be great. But what do you expect from Simpsons here?
So right off the bat, we see Alice right off the bat. Again, there's still a lot of good heroes up. There's still, you can see Natalia. I do see a lot of teams do run Natalia tank. Or even Benedetta, she's still up. She's still a really good silent hero. And we might see a Eve here. And do they lock in? And yes, they do. We do see Eve.
Yeah, they do lock it in. Eve is actually not that bad against Esme. But then again, for Slayer's Toxic, they have a lot of, you know, heroes available to them. Again, there's Benedetta, there's Claude, but they do lock in this Farsa right away. So I think they're mainly picking this Farsa to try and counter the Eve. But to be honest with you, both of them actually have equal, you know, the range of their OTs are kind of equal. What do you think about the Farsa and Eve matchup, Pika? Who do you think has the edge over the two?
To me, it all depends on the player. They both have burst damage, they both have slow, they both have stun. To be honest, I do think it depends on the pick. So if Slayer Toxic do pick a marksman, I think they could be in trouble because Eve could just poke him and slow him and could end up really bad. But Farsa does have that burst damage, so just 1 or 2 hits from Farsa, you could see their Hyper gets blasted away really quick.
I see. So is it me or does it feel like deja vu? Because these are like the same picks from last game for for April. Listen, this is the same exact picks, same order: Esmeralda, Farsa, and Rafaela. If you guys are hearing like construction in the background, I do apologize. Hopefully it's not too bad. But yeah, Benedetta gets locked in here. for the Simpsons, wow. I mean, Benedetta is actually just an okay pick here. The reason why Benedetta is not that good, in my opinion, right here in the current situation is because of Esme, because Esme will just sustain everything that Benedetta will throw. But it's still not a bad pick. But yeah, what do you think about the Benedetta pick here for Simpsons?
She still put a lot of pressure in the early game. I still like her in the side lane, but mid to late game she could be a little bit fall off. It just depends on what Slayer Toxic do pick to counter her in the same lane.
But yeah, Simpsons, they are aware of the Rafaela Bruno that I was talking about earlier, and they banned it so to deny those picks. So Simpsons, it looks like they've been doing their research about about draft picks and stuff like that. They banned Claude as well. I'm actually surprised they banned Claude because they could also pick Claude to counter the Esme. They really don't have any heroes right now for Simpsons to burst out the Esme. So I'm worried for that reason. But for Slayers Toxic, they banned Ling. People have been doing a lot of Angela lately. I'm not sure if that's popular here in NA, but what do you think about the Angela pick here in NA? Do people pick Angela here?
I haven't seen much Angela pick here, but I do see people. It just depends on the team composition. Like even Angela side lane with a Claude, that could be really dangerous. But as you can see, they banned Claude, and I don't think I could see the Angela pick here because I don't see much of that here in North America.
I see. Some people here in C at least, they sometimes play Angela tank and they pair it up with like Alice, Claude, like you said, or even Benedetta. So Angela could be a valid pick here for the Simpsons. But then again, you did say that nobody really plays Angela here, so we don't really expect it. But I'm really hoping for it, to be honest, because Angela would be super good for the Simpsons right now. They could have Baxia XP lane and then an Angela tank, or even an Angela side lane and then a Baxia tank. But here for Slayers Toxic, we see a Granger jungler. All right, so it's also a thing here in NA. Wow. So have you been seeing a lot of Grangers lately here as well?
Yes, I have been seeing a lot of Grangers, but their build is a little bit different. They build Hunter Strike first instead of Blade of Despair, and they also build a little bit tanky by going Brute Force as their first two items.
Same thing, yeah. People do the same thing here. Same type of build. So jungle item, Hunter Strike, and then Brute Force. Yeah. But a Gatot pick, wow, that is a very unexpected pick right there. I'm not really sure what the Gatot is picked for, but I think it's mainly to counter the Eve. What do you think about the Gatot Eve here? Is it? Do you think it counters Eve?
No, I don't think so. The Eve with its ults could poke really well. Even if the Gatot dive, if the Eve's positioned really well, I don't think that's a good pick. But I don't know. I could be wrong. We're about to see what happened.
I see. So that last pick, I forgot who that is. Is that Roger? He does have the skin. It looked like Roger. I think it's Roger. So arguably one of the best cores in the game right now. Since Roger is actually really good early game and even late game, to be honest, especially if you build him with Demon Hunter Sword. So based on the draft, who do you think won the draft, Pika, bro?
I honestly think the Simpsons win this draft. Their draft is really, really good. I like their draft a lot. I'm not too much of the Gato pick right now, just because even Rogers, he could dash away or get out of it. It'll be really hard to Gato to land his stun, but we're about to see what happened.
Yeah, I would have to agree with you, and I also think the Simpsons won the draft here, to be honest with you. They have a very, how do you want to say this? A very balanced draft. Very good early. They have some heroes early game, which is like Benedetta. They have Baxia. They have Roger, and they have some late game as well. They have Alice late game for late game security. So a very balanced draft. I'm not really sure what's happening with the screen right now. It's having a spasm. Yeah. So yeah, you can restart it. I don't know if. Hopefully that gets fixed soon.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Just give us a sec.
There you go.
Should be good now.
Back to the game. And right away, the Simpsons already taking the litho. All right, so usually what you want to do is you want to start the buff where the litho is gonna spawn, because in the current, in the the most recent patch, before the game even starts, it actually gives you a countdown, or it shows you where the litho is gonna spawn. So a lot of what happened to the Elgato again? And okay, we're back at it again. Sorry about that. It's like spazzing out right now for me. But hopefully we get that fixed soon. We're just gonna reconnect it, And there goes the red buff being taken by Roger, and same with Granger as well. One thing that Roger does have an advantage of is they got the Litho. So he's going to get to level 4 a lot faster than the Granger here. And they're already on the top side of the map getting the golden crab. It looks like the Simpsons, they're definitely rotating a lot faster than Slayer Toxic right here. They're also counter jungling. So they're denying resources from this Granger. But they are waiting on the turtle side as well. So again, the Simpsons, they're really like planning ahead of time. You can tell that they're really ready for this. Roger almost bursting out the Rafaela, but it's not gonna be enough right now. He doesn't have a lot of items yet. The turtle will spawn soon, and Benedetta. And look at the positioning of the Simpsons. I'm really proud of them. Look at the vision. You know, this small things, small details that they're doing right now is really good. You know, it's really good to see in the NA scene, since we all know that this is the first tournament ever that Mobile Legends is hosting here in NA. But you know, we're seeing, you know, the gameplays that we want to see. But look at this. Benedetta needs to dash away, but Gato's gonna ulti in. He is gonna miss the ulti. It was just an inch away from Benedetta, and Benedetta lives another day. But look at the Esmeralda. He doesn't have a lot of mana. The turtle will get reset right there. But the Simpsons, they're very, very low right now, so they need to retreat. And actually, I think it was the best time for Slayers Toxic to actually get the turtle, but they didn't take advantage of the scenario and the situation. They went for the blue buff anyways, even though Granger doesn't really need the blue buff because Granger doesn't have mana. But still, the Litho is gonna go to Slayers Toxic right now, since the Simpsons, they had to recall to get some HP back and hopefully try to contest for this turtle. And they're very lucky that Slayers Toxic actually did not go for the turtle right now. Because even they were super low, and Granger could do the turtle super fast. Alright, unfortunately they didn't do it. But the turtle gets reset again, and it looks like there's gonna be a brawl here on the top side of the map. Majority of the players are here on the top side, and the Simpsons finally trying to take this turtle. Will they be able to secure it with the Retribution? And the Roger will secure it with the Retribution. Eve with the nice zoning ulti. Benedetta is going to get a kill on Farsa. And Baxia trying to chase down the Granger and Rafaela. Nice zone from Baxia and the Eve, by the way. Very nice zoning from both those heroes, making sure that Roger can comfortably retry the turtle. So, so far, look at the Gatot ulting to clear the minion wave. So far, but he's gonna get bursted though after that ulti. Like Pika said, he doesn't really feel this this Gatot pick, and I would agree with him. I haven't seen a Gatot in a very long time, but then again, maybe Slayers Toxic is really waiting for that late game, and it might surprise us. Hopefully, I'm really hoping for it. But right now, Roger might be snowballing soon. He's to his attack speed boots. He did build his third tier jungle item already. Benedetta already got the Bloodless Axe. Eve is building the Ice Queen Wand with the extra slow. But look at the Benedetta 1v4 right there, trying to distract the farmer of Granger. So little things like that could really give your Roger or your jungler, the advantage. Because the more people that are in the jungle, the harder it is to kill the buff. All right, here we go. It looks like Rafaela is really trying to stick to this Granger because the Bruno did get banned, so they had no choice but to pick another core or another jungler for them. But so far, the Simpsons, they're really looking a lot better in taking objectives, all right? They have one turtle advantage over Slayers Toxic, but no big team fights yet so far, right? No big team fights yet. It's just been pickoffs so far. But the gold lead will go in the, it's actually just a little bit, it's really close to each other, so you can't really say anything right now on whoever gets the advantage. But in terms of the draft, the Simpsons should be playing a lot better, should be taking objectives better than Slayers Toxic. But here we go, already Simpsons starting the turtle. Will they be able to secure it with the Retribution? Another successful Retribution from Roger, and very nice zoning from Alice, Eve, and Baxia. They just know each other's job, you know? They know what to do, and they don't want to be too greedy. They didn't really chase all the way. They did get a pick off on Farsa, and I'm really surprised she still died. And that might be a tower here for Simpsons, since they did get one pick off and the turtle. Also, oh, but Esmeralda actually traded a tower on the bottom side of the map. Alice trying to take this mid lane tower, but they failed to get it. It is 1 HP, but it's super, super close. I think Roger wants to get it, and he did get it. All right, he even without a minion, he was able to get the mid lane tower right there to get more global gold for his team. So it's a 2-tower trade for 1 tower in favor of the Simpsons. So this is not looking good for Slayers Toxic right now. Simpsons definitely playing more of a team. They know each other's job, and I think Slayers Toxic is really depending on this Granger here. If this Granger doesn't go online, there's just no way for them to win this game. Esmeralda has been free farming though. I would say Esmeralda has been free farming, so he could be he could carry the game as well. But they do have the Baksha to counter this Esme. Esmeralda doing a 1v1 against this Alice, and it looks like Esmeralda is actually getting the advantage here. Alice needs to retreat, and you know, he doesn't want to fight that 1v1 because Esmeralda is ahead of him, ahead of her right now. Baksha though going for the gank, and he manages to hit. Nice. You know, first kill from the Baksha, but the Esmeralda is way too tanky to kill. Alice wants this sun. Esmeralda is gonna go to a falling star moon. Eve is gonna try to ulti for a last hit, but look at the Alice going in with a first kill and a stun on the Farsa. Farsa dies again. Another pick off from the Simpsons, and they could actually push this bot lane tower, to be honest with you, to get another global gold. Benedetta doing really good in the backline. Rafaela cannot do anything. Esmeralda going with a falling starman right there, hitting 2 people, but the Baksha is here to counter the Esmeralda sustain. He's not gonna hit the first kill, and they also did not get the tower on the bottom side of the map, but they got the turtle anyway, so it's still another objective. But you really want to prefer the tower instead of the turtle, but still, it's still good objectives, because the Slayers Toxic, they don't have any trade at all right now. They're not getting any objectives other than, and it's not looking good. Even their top lane tower is super, super low. Gatot hasn't hit any miracle ultis. I was really expecting this Gatot to roam around a lot better, but it's so hard for Gatot to roam because Benedetta clears the lane so damn fast. All right, there's just no way for Gatot to keep up with the Benedetta's passive to just make him roam from top lane to mid lane so quick, so he could wave clear and help on team fights, and that's what this Benedetta has been doing. But look at that Granger finally getting a shutdown on the Benedetta. He's been very, very annoying throughout this whole game, trying to distract his farm, but the Granger finally bursted him. But look at this Esmeralda getting some trouble, 1v2, but he still lives. A lot of sustain there. Eve ulting for the red buff, and look at the Granger getting bursted by this Alice, but he lives with the Rafaela heal with 1 HP. Oh, actually double kill from the Alice right there. Falling Starman will finally shut down the Alice, but Whole World right here will get the red buff on the Roger, and the Lord will actually spawn in 30 seconds. So this might be a free Lord for the Simpsons if they can position themselves quickly here after the Granger has died, and gonna deny a blue buff for Granger. It's not a big deal though for Granger. Granger doesn't really need the blue buff because he doesn't have mana. Sure, it helps on cooldown, but you're building Hunter Strike for that, for more cooldown. So let's see what the Simpsons will do here. I think they want to take this top lane tower first, and then they want to go for the Lord. But let's see. Let's see what their plan is here. Baksha already positioning himself ahead of time to try and zone out the Farsa, but I think they're Slayers Toxic. They're gonna be able to wave clear the top lane so that the Simpsons cannot push that that top lane tower right there. All right, they do have the Farsa, so it's allowed a wave clear. I'm not really sure if the Simpsons is waiting for 12 minutes for a level 2 Lord, because Slayers Toxic, they have a lot of wave clear with the Falling Star Moon and the Farsa ulti, right? With a Feather Airstrike. So yeah, it might be wise to wait for a level 2 Lord for the Simpsons, but then again, it is their choice. They are snowballing really, really hard. They are ahead of like around 7,000 gold, so it's gonna be really hard for Slayers Toxic to get to that late game stage. Let's see what the Simpsons will do here, and yeah, they are definitely waiting for level 2 Lord from what I could see, because they should be doing the Lord right now if they're confident in themselves. Look at the Granger burst now though, and Roger actually gets stuck right there. Did he manage to get away? He is He does have 1 HP. Esmeralda did not manage to get the kill on the Roger, and Baksha, very nice peel and nice protection, making sure that his Roger doesn't die. Very well played. You know, small plays like that from tanks, you really gotta appreciate. And Baksha hitting the second skill on this Esme, so he cannot sustain, and Esme just got way too greedy right there. For the Roger, got way too overextended, and this might be a perfect time to do the Lord. And I think they should just wait it out. It's only 30 seconds for the level 2 Lord. Simpsons, I think it would be better to wait it out. They have a Farsa, bro. I'm not sure if this is a good idea. I think they really just should wait it out. It's 11:40. Like, it's just a couple more seconds for a level 2 Lord. But they want to take it because it's a 4v5. They don't want to risk it, I guess. But I do expect Slayers Toxic to clear the Lord pretty easily, alright? Since they do have the Feather Airstrike for Farsa. The Feather Airstrike could wave clear super fast. So, I'm not sure if that's the right decision, but I mean, it's alright, because there's still 2 second-tier towers for Slayers Toxic, and getting the level 1 Lord will definitely give that to the Simpsons, alright? So that's going to be 2 towers in advance if they could take advantage of this Lord. So let's see how the Simpsons will take advantage of this Lord by freezing the lane and making sure that all the lanes are pushing all at the same time. But we see already Benedetta trying to push the top side of the map with the Alice. The Lord is actually going to be on the top side. So let's see. It would be wiser for the Simpsons to push mid lane or bot lane. And it looks like they're taking advantage of that. Eve, nice zoning ulti. Winter Truncheon being used by Alice already. And this Alice is finally in the later stages of the game. He's definitely carrying his... he's been going in on Fars. He's making it hard for Granger to really make some damage here, because he's just been ulting Winter Truncheon, and you know, it's really hard for them to kill the Alice. They don't have enough burst because Granger just gets bursted right away. But Gata here, they are gonna manage to defend the inhibitor towers, because like I said, Slayers Toxic, they do have a decent amount of wave clear here to survive. All right, so that's what I was talking about when taking a level 2 Lord instead of level 1 Lord. I think if they took the level 2 Lord, if they waited for a level 2 Lord, they could have gotten at least 1 inhibitor tower. But unfortunately, they didn't do it, alright? But then again, they do have the map pressure, since they do get all the second tier towers. They have the map pressure in favor of the Simpsons. So all they have to do now is freeze the lane, wait for the next Lord, like the Aether Explicit was doing last game, and they're good to go. I honestly don't see Slayers Toxic coming back from this. If Gatot like lands a 5-man ulti, or even like a 4-man ulti, maybe, but it's a really slim chance, guys. Let me be honest with you, it is very hard to land a Gatot ulti like that. He really needs to position his ulti very well. If you look at the items, Gatot only has Curse Helmet and Anti-Cuirass. We see Hunter Strike already and Brute Force for Granger. And Rafaela does have the necklace to counter the Alice, so that's good to see. Farsa is gonna hurt though. He does have the Clock of Destiny Lightning Truncheon. Esmeralda has the usual Enchanted Talisman, and is that a necklace that I see? I'm not really sure. It's kind of blurry for me. I'm sorry about that, but it's all right. Roger is in his full build. This Roger's full build, by the way. So this Roger's definitely gonna hurt. He also has Demon Hunter Sword, so it doesn't even matter if you're playing Esme. Roger's gonna, he's definitely gonna kill you with DHS. Once you get that DHS, with even Claude or Roger, it's definitely gonna hurt. Or even like Brody, heroes like Brody, it's definitely gonna melt Esmeralda. And like I said here, the Simpsons, they're freezing the lane, they're playing it patiently, but they're trying not to give up the vision to the enemy. All right, they're making sure that the enemy team doesn't get too much vision, so that they could keep denying resources. But I think Ranger might be able to secure this blue buff though. And he did. He does have the double buff, red buff, and the blue buff. So let's see here. Benedetta just keeping pressure here. But both teams are playing it super safe. I mean, if I'm Slayers Toxic, I would just be playing super safe and just farm. That's all they could do. All right, wait for the next Lord and hopefully contest. Gatot contests with the ulti and gets a really good ult Petrify. That's their only chance. But it's gonna be very hard to execute. Let's see what the Simpsons will do here. They are 10,000, 12,000 gold ahead. So the Lord will spawn soon, and it finally spawned. So this is the level 2 Lord, by the way, guys. So yeah, I do apologize if you guys are hearing construction in the background. Esmeralda gets picked off, so finally that's a 4v5. Can they get a burst? Oh, they get a burst on Roger and maybe Alice. Let's see. That might be. Oh no! Oh, unfortunate for Slayers Toxic. If they get a burst on that Alice, I promise you they could have gotten the Lord. But unfortunate for them, Alice lived with 1 HP, and Roger did get bursted though. So that's good. At least they got the Roger, because they don't have retribution without the Roger. It's gonna be very risky. What is Granger doing? He's overextending by himself for the red buff. That is very. I don't know. That is not reasonable. That is not reasonable for Granger. I'm not really sure what he was doing. He had no teammates around him. It was not worth it to contest a red buff for a Granger death. And now, because of that, the Simpsons are now starting the Lord. Because now they know Slayers Toxic, they don't have retribution as well. So why don't we just contest the Lord without any retribution from both teams? But then again, Roger's about to spawn soon. And I think the Simpsons don't even need Roger to kill this Lord. And there we go. Here goes the level 2 Lord. This Lord is definitely going to charge into a tower. So I'm really looking forward, or not looking forward, but I think the Simpsons might end the game here with the team comp they have. As long as Alice can zone out Farsa. If Alice can zone out the Farsa Feather Airstrike, this is going to be GG well played, right? If the Farsa Feather Airstrike cannot wave clear, it is GG well played. And we all know Alice is very good against Farsa, especially if you position your first skill correctly. Alright, so let's see here. The Lord is pushing in on the top lane. Will this be the end of their journey for Slayers Toxic? The Simpsons, the Baxia ulted a little bit too early, I would say. He is very tanky, and the Eve zoning so much, and the Baxia cancels the Farsa ulti, and that's what I'm talking about. Do they want to end the game? The Lord is still up, and they're trying to tower lock. They don't have any minions. Can they finish the game? And like I said, as long as they cancel the Feather Airstrike, they can finish the game. And congratulations to the Simpsons for moving on to the next round.
Wow, what a fight from both teams. Really well played from the Simpsons, and really well played from the Toxic Slayers. They did put up a good fight. I do expect them to put up a good fight, and you know, they fought until the end. So that's what I like to see.
Yeah, definitely. Very, very clean game from the Simpsons, honestly. They had one mess up where Gatot actually ended up catching the Roger, but it happens. I wouldn't call it an error. It just he somehow managed to land a really good ulti. But then Granger really surprised me for going to the red buff by himself. They had the advantage, but he just kind of gave it away. But then again, super clean game for the Simpsons. Congratulations to you guys. And Slayers Toxic, thank you guys for participating in the tournament. You guys played well as well. GG, well played.
And there you go, guys. We're going to take another 5-minute break. And then next game, it's going to be